Welcome back here. We were a little late getting into this inning, as that's going to be a base hit for the center fielder, Gabby Pantoja. We apologize. We were having some technical difficulties that we were made aware of, and it looks like we have them fixed. So we are back here. Just to kind of recap, not sure what all is missed. Lions lead 3-0 here in the top of the third inning. No outs, a one runner on, as Smith gets her sign and delivers, and that ball is going to be fouled back for strike one. As I am Josh Muncie, joined for a little while by Jordan Day. Jordan, big fan of the softball program, as I am. One of the assistant baseball coaches who joins me when he can. A lot of times when softball is playing, so is baseball. That's going to be a kind of a check swing foul down the right field or down the first baseline for a foul ball. 0-2 count here for KP, which seems to kind of be a theme for today, Jordan. She's worked a lot of 0-2 counts
she's been
early
ahead
in this
of
game.
A lot of hitters and is able to put them away, been able to put them away pretty frequently today. But, yeah, it's only been my second time on the broadcast this spring, my first time being yesterday. So, back on the stream for the first time. Usually, in the spring I'm a little bit busy with baseball season, but anytime I can get out and watch Lady Lions softball, we're here.
I know I see your children here a lot.
A lot, yeah.
Especially those late afternoon or Saturday games, out there playing around. It's funny because they'll be, your wife, Coach Day, and the kids will be out here. Y'all be playing over there, and they're over here as that ball's going to be flown to right field, caught by Bunty for out number one.
Yeah, they pull a lot of double duty between baseball and softball games all spring, which my daughter is 8 years old. She loves softball. She plays it, so I think she may be the one that
pushes it over here.
My wife may not admit it, but I think she would also prefer to be over here.
So, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble or start any riffs, but she has admitted to me that she likes the softball a little more.
Yeah, so I'm not going to hold it against her. It's okay.
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. I enjoy softball, kind of for some of the things that we talked about, the pace of the game, those types of things. Being a basketball coach, I'm so used to that quick up and down, a lot of action going on. Sometimes in the baseball games, it's kind of a little bit of sit around and wait. As that ball is going to be bunted, first baseman Callie Greenfields throws to Denver, who's going to throw back to second.
Good heads-up play by Denver there.
Yeah.
And almost got the runner napping a bit. We had that happen yesterday, actually, with a ball driven off the wall in center field, and a player from Montreat went to go first to third. She rounded third a little too far, and Savannah Beard gunned her down around the bag as she wasn't trying to score, but just stepped off, and Bumgarner applied the tag. So something that the Lions look like they have made a little bit of a consistent attempt to do is throw behind runners, see if you can get cheap outs, and it's boded well for their defense so far this season. Good pitch there by KP, attacking the inside corner to even the count at 1-1.
Yep. Coach Mack making an appearance over here at the softball game. I see him walking up there. Him and Coach Reinhardt. That's a meeting of the minds right there.
It is.
It's another pitch is going to be fouled back for a 1-2 count here to Megan Fritz.
Usually you get these day games, you get a lot of people. A lot of people trying to escape the office work, try to get out, eat your lunch outside, watch some softball. And with the product that we've put on the field this year, it's definitely worth coming down and seeing. If you haven't made it out, as we see a runner, a little bit of a delay still. I think Schaefer was trying to hold that there to the umpire.
I think Schaefer wanted strike three.
And it was on the corner. I thought she had a little bit of an argument there, but nonetheless, stolen base to move the runner to third. 2-2 count here with 2 outs from KP to Fritz.
Swing and a miss.
She's going to get a swing and a miss on the rise ball. Back to the bread and butter there, Josh. And the Lions are going to hit in the home half of the third here with a 3-0 lead. See if we can extend that. The bats have been hot, at least in the back half of game one, and to start the game two here, we're making it count. So see if we can threaten again in this inning and hopefully put this thing out of reach a little bit. And it looks like it wouldn't take too much with the way KP's throwing so far.
Yeah, I believe that's her 4th strikeout already on the day, 3rd or 4th. She just, like we talked about that kind of at the start of the broadcast.
Y'all got a game
anytime you can average over a strikeout an inning, that's good work.
That is, especially in softball. Like I said, it's the one thing that makes the game move so quickly. A lot less strikeouts overall, a lot less walks. And so usually get balls put in play early, and we stress in baseball we'd like to have resolution in the first 3 pitches. Well, you get that a lot in softball by the nature of the game.
Yeah, I just off the top of my head, not looking at the box score, I don't think we had a walk in game 1. So as Aubrey Presley is going to step into the box here to lead off the bottom of the 3rd inning. Big day yesterday, as we've talked about a lot in game 1, as she is going to hit that pitch pretty well, but kind of got under it just a hair to leave enough for Gabby out there in center field to make that play. I tell you, Jordan, when you do things like this, you only get to see opposing teams probably once. Been real impressed with center fielder Gabby Pantoja for the Lady Knights, as that ball is going to be popped up. What a play there from shortstop Tess Rushman, kind of diving behind her. I think that's one of the toughest plays, is just when an infielder has to run back and kind of make an over-the-shoulder catch.
Yeah, that is not an easy play, and especially we've mentioned game 1 also. This game, the wind has played a bit of a factor, so your back's turned and you're complete. And that's a quick inning and a good play by Israel Cleveland there at third base. Goes to a knee. I think she thought it was hit a little harder than it was, but it was hit on the end of Hogriff's bat.
Is that a steak dinner, I believe?
Was it 3 pitches,
I think it was
outs?
3 pitches, 3 outs.
Yeah, absolutely. And if there's anything you needed if you're St. Andrews, it was a quick inning to put Kaylee Smith back on the mound to see if you can get the bats going. And she gets in there quickly, and now it's back to a chance to score with your offense. And I think they're rolling over towards the top of the order now. I'd have to check on our live stat.
I believe I see on deck.
Trying to get our stats live back up.
So I believe we're at the 9 hole.
So, yeah, we're back.
So we'll have
to
9-1-2 due up here in the top of the 4th. As just a couple pitches into her warm-up, we are ready to go. Schaefer makes a good throw down to second.
With the way the game is played so quickly, I think you can grab some momentum sometimes on defense. And it happened to us yesterday in game 1. We were down a run to Montreat, and we got a big line drive double play. And then on the home half of that inning, we went out, bases loaded, no outs, and then Presley was able to hit that grand slam. So we'll see if the Knights can get anything going here after that quick inning and see if they can use that momentum gained on defense to kind of bleed through to their bats and see if they can get it going here offensively.
Gabby's up to bat 1 for 1 so far here in game 2. Or actually, this is Olivia Plybon, so we're at 4, 5, 6 in the lineup.
Ball's going to be fouled off over the third base dugout onto the practice soccer field. And with no Cody Reinhardt.
Here he comes. And you better hustle, Healy.
Ryan Ely, Cody Reinhardt sprint. We should have got a live shot of that. That would have been very nice for the viewers at home. As I was just about to say, Cody Reinhardt was nowhere to be found. Ryan Ely was going to have a safe trot to the ball, and I think he came out of the woods, actually, to run that ball down. Count even here at 2-2 for KP. She's going to get a ball fouled off down the left field line, and we'll do it over again at 2-2. Good battle here for number 8, Olivia Plybon. She's done a good job at the plate to stay in this count.
Two pitches delivered, fouled back right at us. So we will do this 2-2 all over again. So Jordan, when you were coaching a baseball game, are you a seeds guy? Are you a gum?
It's funny. I'm not a seeds guy, which the emergence of turf around the, you don't have it as much. We do have turf some, But in the dugout, we're pretty good because we do have our turf is only on our foul territory, and we still have a warning track that's
Okay.
gravel. So
And then
we
a little
still have the
concrete
option
dugouts,
for
yeah.
seeds. But I'm seeds about twice a year, and I'll go the entire game of those. But usually it's I'm an energy drink guy.
Okay.
And then probably gum.
Okay.
And I will tell you that in between a doubleheader, we talked about routines. I do love a strawberry jelly Uncrustable in between games. That's usually what's in the dugout. Ron Ely nods his head. Ely, are you a strawberry guy as well? You're a grape guy.
Ooh,
strawberry guy as
off
well.
the pole there. That ball will come back into play. 3-2 count here.
Plybon doing a good job and we talked about this St. Andrews team playing a little better than their record. They've come out and played well today. Another good at bat. And just to run this thing full and see this many pitches to make KP get that pitch count up is definitely doing her job to lead off the inning. But KP is able to prevail, rise ball up and in. Great pitch that avoids the bat of Plybon. And that's going to be one out here for number 10, Tess Rushman. We just saw her make a web gem over the shoulder catch into shallow left from the shortstop position. She's going to do her regular where she starts out kind of like a bunt, draws the bat back. She's going to get a good swing off there, but not up to the speed of the pitch from Kaylee Smith. Quickly ahead, 0-1.
Fifth strikeout so far through 4 1/3, or 3 1/3 for KP. That ball's going to go over the Lions dugout. And I'm sure Cody Reinhardt's all over that one.
Yeah,
That's kind of where he's standing.
Cody Reinhardt is waddling to that ball somewhere. Let's go. 0-2. Let's see if she has been attacking down 0-2 and then going to the rise ball up as we see the ball down there. Fouled off. Good job by number 10, Rushman, to spoil that pitch. As KP looks to push that strikeout total to 6. I would definitely think she's going to go up to the rise ball. You can see Savannah Schaefer in our view tapping her helmet, telling her, hey, think through this.
Ooh.
So that ball's hit well and deep, pushes Malone back to the warning track. Good play right there by her. Know her surroundings, but also good job getting the barrel to that pitch. Pretty quality pitch there. I think if she's able to get a bit more extended, we may be in trouble. That may be extra bases.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, 2 out, 2 quick outs for Smith as she looks to work the third. Gets a swing and a miss by number 18, Ava McPhillips.
First baseman for the Knights. Smith quickly 0-1. I always tell people on our broadcast, I think the best pitch, whether it be baseball, softball, the best pitch is first pitch strike.
It is true. We talked yesterday about the importance of winning the 1-1 count because of what it does to the averages and, you know, with average slugging and on base, everything is just skyrockets when you get ahead. But for the hitter, everything plummets when you're behind. So you talk about being able to get ahead. If KP has done that, and then, you know, once you get to 0-2, it's astronomical what it does for you as a pitcher and your ability to get people out. It's hard for you to get your swing off. You can throw really any pitch, any location, and all the pressure's on the hitter. And she has really applied that pressure early to these bats of St. Andrews, and she's kept it on them. As we see another 1-2 pitch here, that ball's going to be popped up to the middle infield. Maddie Lee's going to call off Denver Hogarth right in front of the second base bag, and that's going to be another quick 1-2-3 inning for KP. We head here to the bottom half of the fourth. The Lions still hold on to a 3-0 lead and look to extend that when they start here shortly.
Yeah, so we've seen kind of 3 straight half innings go pretty quickly. So the Lions looking to maybe kind of extend an inning here while they're batting, maybe give KP a little bit of a rest here.
Yeah, you see Coach Nathan Thompson is out talking to him, and you can see that on your screen. After the 3-pitch inning last inning, he's definitely trying to make sure that they're going after their pitch, but sometimes you get too swing happy, and I think that as an offense, especially when you feel like it's somebody you should hit, you feel like you're seeing the ball well, you tend to sometimes get a little over aggressive and get yourself out, and that's what you try to steer clear of if you're an offense is giving away at bats, and I think we did that a little bit last inning. Coach Nathan Thompson not super happy with the way it went. And so we're going to get Brooklyn Malone. She had a long at batter last AB.
Mm-hmm.
Looks to have another one here leading off for the Lions. I am sad to say this will probably be my last half inning with you.
Oh.
As I do have to go pull double duty and actually coach today.
Yeah.
I would love to stay on the broadcast, but we have a big series this weekend at Reinhardt. Big matchup. They're currently, I think, second in the Appalachian Athletic Conference and third in the country. So
yeah,
big test for us this weekend, and it's always been a good one historically with the Eagles. So looking forward to that as Malone quickly gets ahead 2-0 here. That ball is pulled foul just down the line. I think she missed a double, by probably 6 inches?
If that. As Coach Leah Thompson makes her way to the third base coaching box, Malone will step back in. Good snag there by Cleveland. Throw to McPhillips at first for out number 1. But just in that at-bat, to kind of talk about, more pitches in that at-bat than the whole last inning that the Lions were batting. So that's going to bring up Bumgardner here. BB, as her teammates like to call her. As that pitch will sail Valentina Jara on the mound for her 4th inning of work so far today. She'll take that for ball 2. 2-0 count here to Bumgardner. So big advantage count. This is when you look to be aggressive. Probably, I would assume, one of the highest on-base slugging average counts for a batter. Because as we see here, 3-0, not as many swings on a 3-0 count versus a 2-0 count, I would imagine.
You're right. It's becoming more of a push to swing 3-0, which I don't hate. Obviously, they're trying to groove something down the middle, but there's just a little more risk there involved if you chase a pitch or even if you get out hitting a ball well. Tend to second-guess your decision to swing more there. We're going to see Coach Leah Thompson peek up into the screen here, and we're going to get a runner for Bum, and that looks like, I believe, Kana Green.
Yeah, that's normally who they use first. In my experience, I think this is my 4th day, so 8th game. Green is normally the first pinch runner, and then if we use another one, normally that's where Richards will come in. Schaefer up to bat. 1 out, 1 runner on. First pitch from Jara will be hit well to left center field. And another good catch from Pantoja out there in center field.
She has done an unreal job. And you see why you'll see actually with Savannah Beard rolling over to the top of the lineup, and you see where Pantoja plays Savannah Beard. She's allowed to do that because she does such a good job going back over her shoulder to make plays as she creeps back up, trying to take away that shallow line drive slap single.
A little deeper because, Savannah burned her the last time, so this is the deepest I've seen her play in both Game 1 and Game 2 on Savannah. That pitch will be taken for ball 2, 2-0 count here. Jara comes set, winds, and delivers. And that'll be strike 1. Upper outside corner there.
Really good pitch there to dot a ball on the corner. In a 2-0 count, you have to be able to execute to the corners. That ball's going to be fouled off. I think actually may have came up and hit Savannah.
I think it did. It's hard for our angle. Savannah kind of blocked our view. You probably saw it better at home from your camera angle. As it's going to push it to a 2-2 count with 2 outs, as that pitch is going to squirt away from the catcher. So Green advances on the wild pitch there. So 3-2 count, 2 outs here for Savannah Beard. Lions scored 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, have been held scoreless so far from there. And it looks like that will change as that ball's hit into right field. Green is brought home. The throw brings the catcher up the line. So Green will score. So a 4-0 lead now. RBI single there for Savannah Beard.
Good job by her to be able to do something there with 2 strikes. She did a good job getting ahead in the count, and then there were a couple really good pitches made by number 20, Jara, to even the count. But she does a good job of fighting that ball off into right field, not on the barrel, but a little bit, I think, more towards the hands. But she did a good job of singling there, and now you see the speed, and she's standing on second. It's pretty much automatic at this point that she gets there. I think that brings her to 21 of 21 on the year.
Yeah, you might as well call a single a double for her.
Absolutely. That's why it's been a big her push, I think, this year has been to try to increase that on base percentage. See a curveball missed down.
And even, you know, you talk about running on that first pitch. One thing that I've been real impressed with Addie that's batting now is, you know, she lets Savannah get that stolen base and is not afraid to hit with a strike on her, or even now, as you see, it's a 1-2 count, to hit with 2 strikes. Just because she knows, hey, if she can get to second base, I can drive her in.
Yeah, I think when you have somebody that runs as much as Beard does, and Bunty as well, whoever hits behind them has to be comfortable taking pitches. It's such a big deal because you can't foul that ball off when they would have had the bag. So you have to be willing to read the game and see her move, and then let her have her bag. And like you said, Bunty has done a good job of that all year. So I'm going to have to depart with you guys on the broadcast. Josh will bring us home here, but I appreciate you letting me join you, Josh. And as always, it's a pleasure, and we'll do it again soon.
Yeah, thank you, Jordan. We will be back here in the top of the 5th inning on Lions Live. Welcome back here. I am by myself for the rest of this game. So, looks like we'll have a pinch hitter here. Number 0, Natalie Victoris from Stockton, California, will come in to bat here. Kaylee Smith back to work, or 5th inning of work. First pitch will be swung on and missed for strike 1. Quickly an 0-2 count. So once again, Kaylee Smith working ahead here against these night hitters. As that will be taken for strike 3 at the top of the zone. So one quick out here on the strikeout for Kaylee Smith. Her 6th on the day through 4 1/3 innings of work. So we'll bring to the box number 37, Hayden Newkirk from Belleville, North Carolina. She will take ball 1. Smith will wind and deliver ball 2. So anytime you can score a run, you like what's called a shutdown inning here to try to get your bats back up while they're hot. That's going to be taken for ball 3, a 3-0 count here to Newkirk. Newkirk is a freshman. Smith looking to battle back here from a 3-0 count. And that will be ball 4. So a 1-out walk here for the Knights. As that will bring up center fielder Gabby Pantoja. And she will swing at the first pitch, not make contact, so 0-1 count. So after surrendering a 4-pitch walk, KP right back into pitching with the lead in the count, 0-1. She gets her sign, comes set, winds and delivers. Strike 2 on the inside corner, 0-2 count. KP hunting for her 7th strikeout, and that pitch will just be fouled back. So we will stay here 0-2. As that ball will be hit into right field for a single. So runners on first and second, 1 out. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Knights as Valentina Jara will look to hit. As we will get a re-enter here, it looks like Nielsen will come back in to run. So runners on first and second, 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Lions lead 4-0. That first pitch will be taken for a strike. So another advantage count here. The second pitch of the bat will be delivered and will be fouled up the third baseline. 0-2 count here to Jara from Smith. We want to thank you guys for taking some time out of your Thursday afternoon to join us here. Lions Live. That pitch will be taken for ball 1. Shout out to Ryan Ely trying to get this center field camera back working for you guys. And that pitch will be taken high for ball 2. As that half swing will make contact for another foul ball, so we'll remain at a 2-2 count here. Another 3 balls wrangled in by Cody Reinhardt as another ball. This will be a 3-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Lions lead 4-0. 2 runners on as that pitch will be popped up. Foul. Be one of the easiest balls Cody Reinhardt will retrieve today. So do 3-2 over again. 1 out, 2 runners on. That ball hit to right field, will bounce in front of Bunty. She will fire home in time. Tag will be applied out at the plate. We will come back home. Tag applied, called safe. As the second out is recorded, but a run does come across, so we have a 4-1 count. And time will be called. It's Coach Burris there having a conversation with the home plate umpire. I believe she wanted some sort of interference call. I felt like the throw took Schaefer into the baseline, which you were allowed to move into the baseline to field the ball, if I'm not mistaken. And we'll get another pinch hitter here, number 7, Kat Berger, outfielder from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, a sophomore. She will step into the box. So a lot happening there. We have a single to right field. Bunty throws out the first runner. And as Jar looked to advance to second base, Schaefer threw to second. The next runner came home to score. Throw was just behind her. Close play at the plate. So 4-1, 2 outs, strike one here for KP to start off Berger here in the top of the 5th inning. So that ball will be fouled back for strike 2. So another 0-2 count for Smith. The 0-2 pitch will be delivered. And strike 3 for her 7th strikeout there through 5 innings. When we come back, it'll be the bottom of the 5th inning here on Lions Live. Welcome back here to Lions Live. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Lions lead 4-1. First baseman Callie Green will lead off. She takes her practice swings and gets into the box. Valentina Jara still pitching. And she will get strike 1 here on Callie Green. Shout out to Ryan getting that center field camera back up and running. So it'll be ball 1, 1-1 count here. Green 1 for 2 with an RBI so far here in game 2. As she hits that ball, rocketed over the third baseman's head all the way to the fence. A easy stand-up double there for Callie Green to lead off the bottom of this 5th inning. So we're going to have another substitution here. Now into pitch is number 16, Cassidy Smith, sophomore from Durham, North Carolina. And so I will be back on Lions Live when she is ready to go. Welcome back here. First pitch from Cassidy Smith will be a ball to Aubrey Presley. I was a little late coming back. I was getting me some master scores. Shout out Freddie Couples in the top 10. Always a fan favorite at the Masters. As we're going to have a single there from Aubrey Presley that'll put runners on the corners. Maddie Lee will step into the box here to face Cassidy Smith. That pitch will be taken for ball 1. No outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. New pitcher in, Cassidy Smith for the Knights. That pitch will be taken. Aubrey Presley stealing second. Coming home on the throw, Callie Green called safe at the plate. 5-1 lead for the Lions. Good job there by Sloan, the second baseman. She kind of cut that ball off in between the pitcher's mound and second base and threw home for a bang-bang play, as Maddie Lee is going to give a charge into that one that she's going to pull foul for strike 1, 2-1 count here to Maddie Lee, the shortstop for the Lions. Cassidy ready to deliver. That ball will be flown to center field. Gabby backs up, catches it on the warning track. Presley advances to third on the sacrifice fly. So the first out recorded here in the bottom of the 5th inning, but still a runner on third. Denver Hogriff up to bat. Good chance to add another run here for the Lions. The first pitch will be delivered high for ball 1. Second pitch will be swung on. Diving catch by Rushman, the shortstop. Another great play from her. That's her second web gem of this game, too, to record the second out and keep Aubrey Presley over there at third base. So now with 2 outs, Brooklyn Malone will step into the box looking for a base hit to drive home Presley. She will take ball 1 low. 5-1 lead for the Lions. That ball grounded to the shortstop. Rushman throws to first. McPhillips catches the low throw for the third out. Here in the 5th inning, Lions score another run to extend the lead to 5-1. We will be back in the top of the 6th inning here on Lions Live. Welcome back here in the top of the 6th inning here on the campus of Bryan College in Dayton, Tennessee. Kaylee Smith back in the circle for her 6th inning of work today, as she will start off Jalen Joss with her first at bat here in game 2 with a strike. Juliana Santianis in for Savannah Beard in center field. So that will be ball 1, 1-1 count here to Joss. Five-1 lead for the Lions here in game 2 of a doubleheader. Lions won game 1, 11-2. That ball will be popped up. Addison Bunty with a diving catch. What a play right on the warning track for out number 1. Big time play there by Bunty. So we'll bring Olivia Plybon to the plate. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning. She will take strike 1. That ball will be fouled down the third baseline for strike 2. Once again, the center field camera back down, so we just have the behind the plate view. 0-2 count here. Ball 1, a little high there. So the 1-2 pitch will be delivered from KP. Will be popped up. KP will field it herself. Very much to the excitement of her teammates in the first base dugout. So out number 2 recorded here in the top of the 6th inning. Bringing to the plate number 10, Tess Rushman. Shortstop with her second web gem of the day, and gets another at bat as she fouls the first pitch back for strike 1. 0-1 count here. Be taken inside for ball 1, 1-1 count here to Rushman. The 1-1 pitch will be delivered off the hands to third baseman Bumgarner, who will throw over to Callie Green for out number 3. So the Lions will come up to bat here in the bottom of the 6th inning. We will be back on Lions Live. Welcome back here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Brianna Bumgardner leads off with a first pitch swinging foul down the third baseline. 0-1 count here. Cassidy Smith, the sophomore, back in for her second inning of work. Bumgardner's going to foul that one off as well to bring the count to 0-2. So 0-2 count here to BB looking to battle here with 2 strikes, as she's going to put a charge into that one and pull that well foul onto the practice soccer field. She can straighten that out. That definitely had some good distance on it. It's one of the few times today the wind has not really been blowing. She's going to fly that one down the left field line, and that one is going to go out of play as well. A little bit closer here. Now one more 0-2 pitch here to BB. As that pitch is going to be fouled back. Good battle here by Bumgardner. Go down quickly 0-2, but just battle her way through. Just keep chipping away. Eventually you're going to get that one, hopefully. It's another foul ball directly behind me here. Not sure if that foul ball will be retrieved. Cody Reinhardt had to make his way over to baseball practice as well. As another foul ball here. Great at bat by Bumgardner, just to battle, battle, battle. Another 0-2 pitch from Cassidy Smith. And that ball will be fouled back behind me as well. If you're just joining us, this is game 2 of a doubleheader. Game 1, ball 1 will be taken there. Game 1 started at 11 o'clock, had about a 30 to 45 minute rain delay in the middle of the second inning. Came back, you would never know we had a rain delay. If you're just joining us, beautiful day turned out here in Dayton, Tennessee. It's another foul ball there. Bumgardner really working the count. Was able to take a ball, so it's a 1-2 count now. She's probably fouled off 5 pitches. After a slight pause for a ball on the field, we will resume. Cassidy Smith ready to deliver another pitch. Bumgardner takes that one for ball 2. So really working right here. Has worked the count to 2-2 now. And she's going to take strike 3 on the inside corner for the strikeout. Still a good at bat there from Bumgardner. So that will bring to the plate number 44, catching in game 2, Savannah Schaefer. Schaefer will take the first pitch. Breaking ball for strike 1 from Cassidy Smith. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out, 0-1 count. Lions lead 5-1. Schaefer gets herself ready. Smith ready to deliver. And that will be taken for ball 1, 1-1 count here. So that pitch will be taken outside, ball 2, 2-1 count here to Schaefer. So that ball is going to be flied up and will get out of play for a foul ball to move the count to 2-2. And that ball just foul there down the third base line. So we will do the 2-2 count over again once that ball is given back to Cassidy Smith. They're going to get the second one too. 2-2 count here, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lions lead 5-1. So that ball will be driven to center field over the head of the center fielder for a stand-up double for Schaefer. One of the few balls they've been able to get over Gabby out there in center field. So a runner in scoring position with 1 out here as Juliana Santillanes will step in for her first at-bat on the day. Juliana came in for Savannah Beard in the last half inning. She will take a first pitch strike, a little backdoor slider there from Cassidy Smith. And she does it again on the second pitch. 0-2 count here to Santillanes. One out here. That ball took a crazy hop there right in front of the first baseman to go foul. So Santillanes will come back, grab her bat, and ready to do it again. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning, 1 out, 0-2 count. Cassidy Smith ready to deliver. Santillanes drives that one over the second baseman's head for a single. Great contact there from Juju to get the single. So runners on first and third for Addison Bunty with 1 out here. The Knights call their defensive play here for the first and third situation. Bunty will lay down a bunt, and they're going to call that dead. I believe went off the plate. So of an 0-1 count. As they're going to say that she bunted it off her leg there. So first pitch strike on the bunt attempt. Second pitch, Bunty looks to bunt again, lays it down. No chance for Cleveland there, right on top of it, but the speed of Bunty. As we've talked about some of these Lady Lions and their speed, not even a chance to make a play there for Cleveland. So the bases are loaded. Coach Burrs calls timeout and will take a mound visit. Not sure if we will see any substitutions or not, or just a chance to kind of talk to her pitcher. As you see Callie Green coming up and the Lady Lions all meeting at third base. Schaefer on third, Santillanes on second, Bunty on first. Callie Green is the batter due up with 1 out here. Did you see the Knights break their huddle, and so did the Lions. The speed shown off by Coach Thompson, getting himself back to the first base coach's box. So Callie Green will step in, ready for the first pitch from Cassidy Smith. It'll be taken for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Smith will be delivered. Taken for strike 1. Good off-speed pitch there. Kind of had Callie Green out in front of herself a little bit there and decided not to swing. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Tough bounce for the shortstop. Goes over her glove. Santillanes will score along with Schaefer. So a 7-1 lead for the Lions here. Runners on first and second. And the ever dangerous Aubrey Presley up to the plate. Presley 1 for 3 here in this game. She will take the first pitch outside for ball 1. That pitch will be taken low for ball 2. 2-0 count here for Presley. Pitch from Smith will be delivered. Swung on, popped up. Sloan will squeeze it even though the infield fly was already in effect. Bring up to the plate shortstop Maddie Lee with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Lions lead 7-1. First pitch to Maddie will be swung on and fouled for strike 1. As Scotty will get that ball, give it back to the catcher. Maddie ready for the 0-1 pitch. Smith will deliver. Taken for ball 2. As that ball will be outside, not able to be handled by the catcher, so runners advance on the pass ball there. So runners on second and third, 2-1 count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Maddie Lee up to bat. 2-1 pitch will be delivered, taken for strike 2, so a 2-2 count now with 2 outs. Smith winds and delivers, and that ball will be popped up. Sloan will squeeze that one for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 6th. So the Lions will look to get the last 3 outs. When we come back, they score 2 runs in the bottom of the 6th. When we come back in the top of the 7th, the Lions will need 3 outs to complete the sweep on the day. Welcome back here in the bottom or top of the 7th inning. Kaylee Smith, 6 innings pitched so far, 7 strikeouts. She will face number 14, Taylor Roman. Taylor, a sophomore from Dallas, Texas, as she takes strike 1, came into play first base for Ava McPhillips, and this will be her first at bat on the day. So that pitch will be fouled back for strike 2. So another 0-2 count here for KP. We've talked about that, how she has worked ahead almost all day. As she's going to pick up her 8th strikeout, looking there. Out number 1 here in the top of the 7th inning. So we'll bring to the plate Brianna Sloan, second baseman. Knights down to their final 2 outs on the day. That pitch will be taken for ball 1. Just a little up and outside. KP back on the rubber, ready to go. The 1-0 pitch will be slapped to the shortstop, Maddie Lee. Another hard hop there. As you heard Coach Day kind of talk about that, you know, putting the tarp on kind of can harden that dirt a little bit. And then the sun that we've had here since that rain has really kind of dried out the field. A couple of hard hops we've seen. So a single there for Sloan, as that will bring up Nielsen, the catcher, and she will take ball 1. Sloan on first base. The 1-0 pitch. Grounded. Maddie Lee flips to Denver. Coach Leah Thompson will go out to talk to the umpire there. So Maddie Lee looked to field the ball to throw to second base. Ball never came out of her glove, flipped it back to Denver, covering first base. Not sure why the safe call was made there. But nonetheless, runners on first and second. So that'll bring up Gabby Pantoja, center fielder. She will take strike 1. She will take ball 2, throw behind. Safe at first for Nielsen, diving back in. 1-1 count now with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Runners on first and second. Kayla Smith winds and delivers. And that will be called a foul ball off the knob of the bat for strike 2. So we'll have a 1-2 count there. So that ball will be taken high, 2-2 count here. KP gets her sign, comes set, winds and delivers. Ball 3 there. 3-2 count with 1 out. Lions lead 7-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. Knights trying to rally down to their final 2 outs on the day. That will be taken for ball 4 to load the bases for the leadoff hitter, Valentina Jara, as Coach Thompson will call a timeout to come and talk to her pitcher, kind of settle everything down. It's a great opportunity for Coach Thompson here, just kind of settle everybody down. You know, sometimes when you have a call not go your way, it can affect you, and that's probably what she's talking about. Hey, let's just settle down. You know, we need 2 more outs. Let's see if we can get them. You got to force in any base. Jara back up to bat. That pitch will be fouled. for strike one. That pitch will be taken for ball one. 1-1 count here, 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. So that pitch will be taken for ball two. Really patient approach here from the Knights hitters. Jara 1 for 3 so far here in game two. KP will deliver the 2-1 pitch. And it'll be swung, hit to second baseman Denver, who will go to first for the second out. Run will score to move the score to 7-2, but the Knights down to their last out. And that will bring to the plate Taylor Maynard. And she will take a first pitch strike. And she will swing and a miss for strike two. Quick 0-2 count as that second out really gave some life to Kaylee Smith out here on the mound. The pitch will be outside for ball one, a 1-2 count here. Knights down to their last strike. KP looking to end this game. And she will with her 9th strikeout on the day. So we are final now, 7-2 win for the Lions. They sweep the Knights here in the doubleheader. We would like to thank all of you for joining us. From Jeremy Dill, Chase Green, Camille Holly, Jordan Day, and myself, Josh Muncie. Thank you for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day. We are signing off on Lions Live.